clean energy can power the entire planet. And it's not a question of if anymore. Instead, it's a question of how. Solar, battery, wind, and even hydrogen, they've already been proven to work. It's not a question of if they work or not at all. These technologies work fantastic. They're absolutely wonderful. And there's no doubt about it whether these technologies can be deployed at scale and can be deployed all across the globe. Regardless of how much sun you got or how much shade you have wherever you are, it doesn't have to do with that. It's not if anymore at all. It's how we implement it and how we can get these technologies into your hands, your neighbor's hands, and everybody that you're around. This is a big question mark. And certain countries do it differently, certain states do it differently, and certain installers do it differently. So we've got to think long and hard about this great technology and how we get it into everybody's hands. Why? What is holding this back? Why can't we put solar on every roof of every house, every business, everywhere across the world? I know we can, and I'm on a mission to do it. I really am. I'm completely determined to spread the benefits of solar and renewable energy systems, no matter what the cost or effort. So join me in my movement to help me save people money on solar systems so that everybody can have one. Because the value of solar is immense. And it's far beyond net metering. Don't let utilities put a number on the value of solar because that's not their job. Their job is to charge you for electricity. And so if you install our solar system, be careful that you don't get caught up in this idea that net metering sets the fair market value for electricity because it's not even close. So this technology is available. We can buy it. We can see it. We see solar panels on campers, people's houses, all sorts of places. If it's so great, why don't we see it everywhere? How come it's not on every single building in the world if it's so great? Joel, you're telling me this technology is fantastic, but yet I don't see it everywhere. And if I look up online, there's plenty of people that don't like it or have some comment about it. Well, let's dig in because honestly, this is the only thing holding us back. So let's take charge of this situation, find out a way to get solar and battery systems installed all across the globe at a price that people can afford. Because I love solar, I love installing these systems, and the value is immense, but not everybody can get access to it. Not everybody is in a situation to pay for a system right now. Maybe they will in the future, or maybe they'll find a way to get the money, but let's find a way to bring the cost down. Let's find a way for it to be an easy decision to put solar on your house, on your office building, put it on your camper. Everywhere you are, there should be solar. So what's holding us back? What is this restriction? If this technology is so great, why isn't it everywhere? I've had several customers ask me, well, why isn't everybody doing this? That's a really good question. And I want to talk to you about it because it's not easy. Maybe it's simple, but it's not easy. Okay. And the big one, the easy one I'll talk about is price. But there's more to it than that. But price can be a barrier to entry. And you're not just paying for the solar panels and the batteries. A lot of times you're paying for soft costs that have nothing to do with the hardware itself. If you could just buy the solar panels and throw them on your roof and have the electricity be transmitted wirelessly, it would be so easy because there's a lot of soft costs that have to do that increase the cost of the systems that have nothing to do with the hardware. They have to do with permitting or labor costs, commissions, big commissions, or financing fees. These are all the things that increase the cost of these systems. It's got nothing to do with the solar panel itself or the equipment that converts it to usable electricity. So it's time to make a change and find a way to make solar available to everybody, regardless of how much money you make or how big your house is or how much electricity you use, because solar is that great. And it is different than what we're used to right now. It's different than natural gas or propane, gasoline, diesel. It is different. And it does take some education in order to use it. And there's a lot of naysayers. There's a lot of people out there that say, oh, this never worked. Well, that's because you don't know. You read it in some article or saw some talking head on TV and they told you it wasn't going to work. So, well, I guess it's not going to work. No, that's not true. It will work. Let me show you. Join my movement to help me save $100 million in the next 5 years by slashing these costs of renewable energy systems and finding ways to make it work for everybody. Let's be creative, people. Come on. Let's work at it. This is so great. We can solve the problem. And I want to do it, but I need your help. I need you to be interested and ask questions and try to find ways to make it work for you. Let's do it together because it's worth it. And there's a lot of things that are beyond the cost of electricity that make solar great. The value of solar is far beyond the electricity that it produces. There's a lot of ways to produce electricity, but burning coal has a lot of other expenses other than the electricity that it produces. Coal is dirty. It's bad for the environment. Mine the earth. It's worked really well for a long time, and I'll give credit where credit's due. A lot of those solutions work well, but it's time for them to go because we have something better. It's been proven. It's not if these technologies are better. It's not even a question. It's just how do we do it? And I know a better way. So join me, please. Follow along. I have an entire series that's dedicated to this movement and how we can join together and create something that's so great and wonderful that we're going to change the world. Literally will. Change pollution. We change poverty. We can purify water with cheap electricity. We can make hydrogen. We can make jet fuel out of hydrogen that's made from solar. How cool is that? Clean jet fuel, sustainable aviation fuel, SAF. It's just amazing. But the issue is it costs more. It does. It costs more than regular jet fuel. That's because it takes some extra steps. It takes a lot of electricity to create hydrogen. But we can do it if we work at it. It's not a question of if, it's a question of how. And one of the big ones is how much, because we have to find a way to bring the cost down. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that renewable energy is as cheap as possible. And I can give you lots of options in order to save money, maybe do a little bit yourself. Maybe we just do a portion of it, but we work together to create renewable energy that's clean, it's better for the environment, and it's cheaper because I think it's that important. So join me, please. Join my channel and follow along.